The Las Vegas Raiders hosting the Denver Broncos, and the Raiders are 2.5-point favorites. The over-under is 45 points. The Raiders are minus 155 on the money line, and the Broncos are plus 115. The Broncos are 1-2 against the spread so far to start off the season, while the Raiders are 0-3 against the spread to start off the season. The under is 3-0 in the Broncos' 3 games this year. Their defense has basically carried them to their record that they have right now. And the under is 2-1 in the Raiders' 3 games this season. Apparently, the teams who win the offseason generally struggle in the regular season, and that pretty much goes for every sport. Now, if we go into the head-to-head, the Raiders are on a 4-game winning streak against the Broncos. The Raiders are 7-3 against the Broncos in their last 10 meetings. The underdog has covered their last 3 games. The underdog is 7-3 in their last 10 meetings. The home team is 8-2. The under is 8-2. And the under 45 points is 7-3. The last game that they played against each other, the Raiders did win that game 17-13. The game before that, the Raiders won 34-24. The game before that, the Raiders won 32-31. And the game before that, the Raiders blew out the Broncos 37-12. But yet again, we saw what trash the Broncos were rolling out there at quarterback. Not that Russell Wilson has looked fantastic, but I mean, Russell Wilson is much better than Drew Lock. I think we could all agree on that. Now going into the individual stats, the under is 8-0 in the Broncos' last games following an against the spread win. The Broncos are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games following an against the spread win. That's a cold stat. The Broncos are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 road games just in general. Also a cold stat. Under is 5-1 in the Broncos' last 6 road games, and the Broncos are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games in October. Yet again, this is a brand new team because they have a brand new quarterback, and their head coach just generally doesn't seem to know how to use him. Now we'll go over to the Raiders' stats. The Raiders are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games overall. The Raiders are 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games after accumulating more than 250 yards passing in their previous game. The Raiders are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games following a straight-up loss. If you would have asked me what team would be winless at this point of the season before the season started, I probably would have said either the Bears, the Falcons, or the Texans, not the Raiders, but here we are. I don't think the Raiders are going to get their first victory of the season in this game. I think the Broncos are going to win the game outright, so I'm going to take the Broncos with the money line. The Broncos getting whatever points I can get, and I think the Broncos defense will continue to dominate, and this game goes under. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.